And we're back. Week 4 of our 66-day challenge. I've been seeing a lot of you in the gym and y'all look good. So keep up the good work. All right. So if you are live with us, go ahead, say hi in the comments. If you can, that would be amazing. And if any questions come up throughout this episode, again, throw them in the comments. So this will probably be a quick one. We didn't get a ton of questions leading up to this webinar, but if anything changes, let me know. Okay, so first one is going to be, this was an in-person question asked to me yesterday. Is there any link to increased protein and constipation? And the answer is yes. Okay. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen to some people. So if you were someone that jumped your protein up in a big way and all of a sudden you are finding yourself constipated or struggling with any type of bowel movements, then please go ahead and do a couple of things. Okay. You can increase your hydration, but most of you should be drinking your body weight in water. So hydration shouldn't be a problem there. Okay. The other thing is wait it out. You can wait it out, or you can back your protein and then gradually bring it back up to the level that we are asking for. And if you find yourself in that category, please shoot me a message and we will make the necessary changes to your challenge for you. Okay. What's up, Maria? Maria says hi. Hi. Anyone else, go ahead and give it to us. Heidi. Hey, everyone. What's up, Heidi? All right. So that was protein and constipation. If anyone has any other questions pertaining to that, please let me know. All right. Second question. This one comes from Lee. Any links between dietary changes and insomnia? Okay. This is a big one. All right. The interesting thing is, yes, there are links between insomnia and dietary changes, but not in the way that we are doing this challenge. So we're actually making your diet better in terms of minerals, nutrients, lean proteins. Okay. So for that purpose, you actually should not be experiencing insomnia. But these are some dietary habits that create insomnia. I'm just going to go through them right now. And then we can talk about how we can change them. All right. So everyone probably knows this: caffeine. All right. For some of you, if you are using coffee or caffeine to stem or halt hunger, which is possible, okay, it also can be distracting, and you were doing it late enough, it can impact your sleep. All right. It's a stimulant to a central nervous system. That's a big, obvious one, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Okay. All right. Alcohol, all right, can reduce your REM sleep, leading to poorer quality sleep, more frequent awakenings. Yes, it helps put you to sleep, but it does not give you quality sleep. Okay. And that's kind of a obvious one as well that everybody knows, but we will keep going. Okay. All right. Now, here's where I say we shouldn't be experiencing those things because of this challenge, but we'll get into them. Heavy or rich foods. So, eating a large or heavy meal close to bedtime can cause discomfort from indigestion, making it harder to fall asleep. Okay. Now, this could be you. If you're saving your calories for the evening and you're eating a very large meal, it can definitely make it harder to sleep. Also, foods that are high in fat might also trigger heartburn. Okay. That can disturb your sleep as well. Sugar and refined carbs, that's kind of an obvious one. And you crash from that sugar high and it can make you wake up. Fluid intake. Now, this could be an issue with going to sleep. If we're drinking too much liquid in those last few hours before bed, okay, and we constantly have to go to the bathroom, again, it's obvious, but it can make it difficult for us to go to sleep, okay? Timing of meals, if we're eating too close to bedtime, that can happen. Artificial sweeteners and additives, those are things that can disturb our sleep as well. Nicotine, I don't know anyone that smokes anymore. So I doubt that's an issue here. Now, Here's where it can be an issue: fasting and very low calorie diet. So if you're on this challenge and you cut your calories pretty big due to the fruits and vegetables, let's say you're not eating starchy carbohydrates, okay, then that is something that can definitely interrupt your sleep, because hunger interrupts your sleep and causes you sleep disturbances. So, what are some things we can do naturally to fight against insomnia? And that's, Lee, if you haven't tried our CBD melatonin sleep gummies, those definitely help put you to sleep. Um, I think it can keep you asleep, and it is good for REM. I would check that out if you haven't tried that. We have some sample packs in our retail store. But if we talk about nutrient foods, okay, we have um, magnesium. Okay, those are found in whole grains. Okay, uh, tryptophan is in turkey, red meat, chicken, fish, oats, beans, lentils, eggs, and then melatonin-rich foods are, like cherries, grapes, and tomatoes. Those will help as well. But it may not be your diet at all. It could be a total environmental issue, in which case I would try to log and track what you're doing leading up to bedtime in order to have a good idea of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. It's hard for us to remember the next day. So keep a log as accurate as possible of what you are experiencing. Okay, next question. All right, this one's from Tegan. I'm still working on one, but have achieved some of my weightlifting goals. How do I set new realistic goals? What if I can't lift the working weight for prescribed rep scheme at the higher weight? Okay. All right, this is a great question, because some of you are blasting through your goals right now. We had people today blasted through their original goals. Okay, so we can readjust. All right, your goal could be like, hey, I set a goal for 9 weeks, I hit it, yay. All right. And then we just keep trying every week to maybe beat that by 5-10 pounds in the one rep and see what happens at the end. We could go for it. And if not, like, you got it. Then we can readjust as an overall, what do I want to hit in a year? Because if we readjust our goals right now, 4 weeks is not a lot of time. And if you've already hit your goal, the chances of you going up another 10 to 20 pounds on your lifts, all of them, is going to be difficult, especially in 4 weeks. So I would just say go for it based off of how you feel leading up, and the one rep maxes we do weekly. Okay, that's why they're there, for you guys to experience the jumps, how you feel. And if you feel good, let's try for a new height. It is okay to fail. All right. I want everyone to know that right now. In fact, if we never fail, we aren't truly challenging ourselves and we aren't trying. All right. That's important. If we never fail, we aren't challenging ourselves and we aren't trying. Okay. That's legit. Full stop. Okay. In order to create muscle stimulus, we need to approach failure or fail sometimes. Okay. If we never know what it's like to fail, we never know what that experience is to struggle with a weight. And that's how we know we're there. Right. I saw Melissa today. She felt good on 315. She's like, can I try 325? I'm like, sure, go for it. And she struggled, but she got it. So congrats to Melissa. But she's like, when she was done the lift today, she was like, ooh, that's it. That was the ceiling, because it took her 5 seconds to get up, basically. All right. So that's how we can approach new realistic goals, is in the one rep maxes, making those jumps and going from there. Remember, in order for us to create muscle mass, strength gains, okay, we need to challenge our bodies in a way that is close to failure, if not failure. Okay. So keep that in mind as we do our work. So, what if I can't lift the working weight for the prescribed rep scheme at the higher weight? I imagine that's either off the new goal or your current goal, because as we shift closer to the 9th week, our percentages are getting higher and higher and higher. Next week, we're looking at 80, 85%. Okay, we're up there. So it is going to happen. You are coming very close now to not being able to do your working weight. If that's the case, I would take the weight you did the week before, all right, and add 5, 10 pounds to it. Okay. That is very something you can do. Just make a 5-pound jump, a 10-pound jump. Whatever the case may be, we want you to, for it to be difficult. All right. So if we're going 4x4 this week and next week is 4x3, I have to check. I'm not sure. But if it's 4x3 and we do the first set and we're like, well, I can't hit that percentage. I can't hit 80%. That's just not happening for 12 reps. All right. And then we choose 10 pounds more than what we did for the 4x4. If that first set was difficult, that's a good number. Let's go for it. All right. And if you fail, you tried. Okay. And then you can just back down. But this is why we keep a log. Again, the name of the game is progressive overload. Okay. Actually, it's interesting. The booty guru himself, Brett Contreras, did a big post on this. He said, over his 27 years of personal training experience, he mostly trains people that already work out, not newbies. People that already work out that aren't getting the results that they hope to accomplish. And the biggest reason why that's happening is they are trying to do too many things. They're chasing too many things. They are trying to hit every single muscle every week, okay, from every angle. They're trying to chase sweat, heart rate, okay, those things instead of resting and challenging their muscles to fatigue in that moment. So as long as we're keeping a log and we are challenging ourselves muscularly every single time, we're going to create the mass needed for body recomposition for you all to look your best and burn the optimal fat we're looking to do. It is not chased by cardio. It is not chased by heart rate. It is not chased by sweat. Those things are fun. They give us endorphins. Okay. It's good for cardiovascular health, but it is not good for muscle gain and strength gains. I'm going to repeat that. Chasing sweat, chasing heart rate, chasing cardio is not good for muscle mass gains and strength gains. It is good for cardiovascular health, which is why our program is set up for the majority of our days to be strength training days with limited metabolic conditioning times. We keep it to Wednesday as a long metabolic day, and we have like 1 or 2 other days that's sub 12 minutes. Okay. And the rest of the time is spent lifting because that is where the biggest bang for our buck is. All right, everybody. We got to announce a winner. So we are doing a random number generator. The winner for this prize is going to be a class package from Sculpt. If you haven't met Natalie, Natalie is the owner of Sculpt. She comes to our gym. Sometimes she comes at noon. Sometimes she comes at 4:30. She's come to 8:30 a couple of times. And her husband is Phil. He comes to 8:30 a lot. Big, tall guy. He's been lifting pretty hard with Eric and the crew at 8:30. So we're going to take the top 20 people and we are going to generate a number. 15 is the number. So if we go to wodifyrise.com, right, and we're going to go to the leaderboard. And for some reason, I can't share my screen with you. Yep, that can't happen. So we're going to go to challenge, dashboard, insights. All right. Number 15, Keith Bergeron, winner of the package from Sculpt. So congratulations. I will get that to you within the next week. You can talk to Natalie about everything that entails. I've done some reformer work with Natalie in a personal train setting. I've taken a class there. It is really fun. It is really fun to combine those types of things with what we do at Stack. It's completely different. Okay. And it challenged you in different ways. My body was shaking in my private training session with Natalie. So that was amazing. All right, y'all. Let's keep it going. Again, we will have our webinar next Thursday as well. Get your questions. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to everybody soon. Let's get stacked.